matchup between your Upper Dublin Lady Cardinals and the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. My name is Brian Mermelstein, alongside Charlie Hugg on color commentary. And this game has been circled on everyone's calendars for a few weeks now, following the double overtime loss, devastating loss to the Lady Colonials in their last outing at Upper Dublin High School. And Charlie, what are your expectations for this game? Because you and I both know this is going to be a phenomenal game.
Well, coming off that game, the last game that we played against them, and seeing how Taylor O'Brien was able to just take over this game by herself, we're really going to need to have an answer for her and see what we can do defensively against her, as well as offensively with the height differential between Jackie Vargas and the center for Plymouth Whitemarsh.
And just like that, we are running from Colonial Elementary School. There's an early shot from the corner for Jess Poland, rims out, but Nicole Kaiser able to rip down the board for the Lady Cardinals. Poland with redemption from three, another miss, and they're going to save that one. Possession goes to the Colonials, and for the first time we will see this Colonial offense led by Taylor O'Brien and head coach Dan Doherty in his 6th year with the program. Taylor O'Brien, of course, the best offensive player. Maggie Weglos, the best defensive player on this team, and that's going to be a matchup to watch out for this game. That shot is way long for Lauren Fortescue. And Jess Poland doing a lot of the ball handling tonight early on in the game. We haven't seen that a lot this season.
Yeah, you also see the confidence of her early, getting the shot after missing one. And here she is again, thinks about a pass inside to Vargas. But right after her miss, gets the ball back and takes another one.
And Vargas has been hitting the weight room lately. She gets that one contested in the lane. She's going to be going up against Anna McTamney, 5'10" against 6'3". There's really no contest there.
Not at all, especially on the boards. We'll see if Jackie Vargas is able to really just get the rebounds. And that affects her. And there's a big block. We're seeing that height difference, how it can be used in this game against McTamney.
McTamney and Vargas right there, and Vargas got the best of her. Upper Dublin leads 2-0, 2 minutes into this game, 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter here from Colonial Elementary School. Now you have to think the preparation for this game is a lot different than it was for the last meeting, because if Taylor O'Brien hadn't hit that miracle of a shot, they wouldn't have won that game in overtime. It would have just finished in regulation. So the preparation definitely different for Coach Dan Doherty this week as opposed to the week leading up to the last game.
Exactly, and same with Coach Funston. The only thing he might have gone over is the defense, just how to really keep O'Brien as pretty much a non-factor in this game, or keep her to what she can, not have her explode, and see if we're able to keep the points down from her. She really took over last game.
As Nicole Kaiser looked to put in work under the net, but could not get anything done. And that is tipped away by Nicole Kaiser, and she is going to pass it off to Weglos, who's going to run the offense from here.
Good hands on defense so far, coming up with a couple rebounds, block shot by Vargas, a tip pass there, able to come up with a steal on the end of the floor, and it's leading to offense for Upper Dublin on the other end.
Of course, the sensational freshman. Of course, the sensational freshman for this Upper Dublin team this year, Jess Poland and Dana Balassa, just been playing like veterans, and it's great to see, and we'll see how they're going to do tonight against this tough Plymouth Whitemarsh team. Kaiser looking to drive to the basket, can't get anything done. The lob inside is a pass wasted, but that's going to stay with Upper Dublin. They're going to get the ball into the basket.
Some good defense there by the Colonials. We're going to need to get some screens, some backdoor cuts for Upper Dublin. See if they're able to get some open players, find their man, be able to get it down low for a nice easy layup. Or three, like right there.
Splash for Jess Poland. She has the bench energized early. Nope, that's wrong. Jess Poland went 0 for 2 for her first ones, but got that one to fall. And Plymouth Whitemarsh is going to need an answer, still scoreless. Halfway through the first quarter. Upper Dublin's been able to keep Taylor O'Brien quiet so far, but they have not been able to keep Lauren Fortescue quiet as she nails a three.
There's really nothing you can do there. Great defense all in her face. She's able to drill it. Muscle memory on that one. Doesn't matter if the ham's in her face or not, that ball was going in.
Kaiser looking to put in work and gets that layup. It is too easy out here for Nicole Kaiser.
A strong move, able to use a little drop step while dribbling, turn around, go strong to the hoop, and get that one to go.
As Allie Diamond running the offense, Upper Dublin has been able to keep Taylor O'Brien quiet, and she somehow slips by the defense. O'Brien absorbs contact from Kaiser, pulls up for three, knocks it down.
There's no question about that one. He knew that one was good right when it came off her hands. He's done a good job in containing her so far. We'll see how we can keep doing it as we come down. Just over 3 minutes left in this first quarter.
And a blocking foul called on Anna McTamney. I believe that's her second foul already. And Coach Funson ready to send in his first shift. Really comes in and shifts here for this Lady Cardinal team. And Grebe, Barbera, and Eskew all come in for Kaiser, Blasa, and Poland. And we've seen that working this season with those three coming in for those three early on in the first quarter.
Right, and this bench is so deep. You can put in anyone at any time. They'll produce just as well as the starters will. It's a good way to keep their starters resting and get some minutes for this other team, the other people with all the energy that they have coming off the bench.
And the backdoor cut to Cara Grebe. Weglos finds her at the net. She makes light work out of that layup, getting it off the glass. Upper Dublin, 9.
Just a beautiful find down low. Grebe able to hide behind the defense. Passer able to find her. She's able to put it up nice and easy to get to.
They just have to be, Cardinals have to be careful. They always need to know where Taylor O'Brien is on the floor. Because really, if you know where she is, you have a good chance to win the game. Because she is, everything runs through Taylor O'Brien. And what else would you expect from a D1 bound prospect?
Well, nothing more than what she's been doing this season already, having more than 300 points on the season. Just leading scorer, averaging 24.5 points per game this season. It's just been outstanding. You can see why the D1 scholarships have been rolling in for her.
She'll be taking her talent to Bucknell University to play basketball as Vargas finds, slips past McTamney. And McTamney has been getting embarrassed early on in this game down in the paint.
Just a beautiful drop step spin move on the baseline, able to spin by two defenders and put that up nice and easy and get that one to go.
Just over a minute to go in the first quarter of play. Upper Dublin leading by 5. Taylor O'Brien has been held to 3 points so far, and Plymouth Whitemarsh is going to try to set up their offense and look for a good shot. It's almost as if Coach Dan Doherty... Oh, my God. Sorry, thank you. I almost neglected what I was about to say, but it's almost as if Dan Doherty just is running the offense, not around Taylor O'Brien, but away from Taylor O'Brien, because he knows that Upper Dublin's going to be all over her all night. So not as many open opportunities as she usually gets.
And it's not like we're saying that, oh my, someone invited the SWAT team to this game, but at the same time, it's not like we're saying Taylor O'Brien is this entire Plymouth Whitemarsh team. We're saying that she is a great part. As you can see, these other girls have been knocking down threes, getting some good shots, playing well on defense. But Taylor O'Brien is a huge factor in this team, and she really needs to get going if Colonials want to have a chance in this game. But Upper Dublin has been doing a great job of containing her so far.
Just like that, we're under 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Eskew clamping down on O'Brien, but there's no range for her. She can shoot from anywhere on the floor. So really got to step out on her every time she touches the ball. To the lane, O'Brien gets that one off the glass. 17 seconds left in the first.
It's a beautiful move into the lane, able to get it with her left hand off the glass while floating towards the middle of the floor.
Eskew creating her own shot, and they're going to call a foul on the three-point shot, and that's going to be 3 from the line for Sarah Eskew.
It's a Beautiful play, got it, thought about it, realized she didn't have it, dribbled, took a step over to where she was more comfortable, able to get the shot off and draw the foul. She's on the line for 3 more.
Number 21, Sarah Eskew on the line for Upper Dublin.
Eskew has been a key role player thus far in the season. The 6th man, or I guess you could say first rotation off the bench, but as a freshman has really been imposing herself early on in the season.
She knocks down the second of 3. It's now 12-8 in favor of the Cardinals.
She'll get one more from the line. 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. She nails. She goes 2 for 3 from the line there. O'Brien, 2 seconds left. Of course, she's going to chuck it up and miss off the front of the rim. And just like that, Upper Dublin able to keep Taylor O'Brien quiet. And we go into the first break. Upper Dublin leads by 5.
Oh boy, there are so many classes to choose from. I don't know which one to pick.
Do you want to know the best class to join this year?
Of course. I think I will join UDTV.
Into Lady Cardinal basketball here on UDTV from Colonial Elementary School. Upper Dublin leads the Lady Colonials by 5, 13-8 at the end of 1. And just like that, it's 15-8. Nicole Kaiser putting in even more work in the paint.
Great find by Weglos, able to get it down low. Nice little spin moves, able to free her up, get her some open space, and knock down that layup.
Tallest listed player for PW is Sydney Kesselman, number 33, the junior, listed at 6'1", and she is currently in the game. But still, Jackie Vargas-Vines, 6'3", Nicole Kaiser, 6 foot. Really going to be a challenge, as we mentioned, for the Colonials tonight.
And all season, not many teams have had girls big enough that have been able to compete with Jackie Vargas-Vines and Nicole Kaiser down low. It's too much to handle on the offensive end and on the boards.
Coach Funston, energetic on the sidelines, really pumping up his team. He's been dialed in, and that pass is tipped away by Jess Poland.
And you can tell how much this game means to these girls. The bench for Upper Dublin's been standing up most of the game. You can hear them talking on the court. You can hear the bench screaming when something good happens. This is great energy that we have in this building right now.
O'Brien looking to get to the rack, the floater, and they're going to call a foul on that one. Looks like they're going to call it on Dana Balassa. And they are. And Taylor O'Brien will get a chance from the line now.
That's what you got to be careful of. O'Brien's almost automatic from the line here. So these are some free points for her coming up. You just have to watch the fouls on her, maybe keep them on the ground.
And that one rolls out.
Taylor jinxed it.
Good. Taylor O'Brien, of course, a sensational athlete, state medalist in the high jump, committed to Bucknell. And as Charlie said, averaging almost 25 points a game, leading Suburban 1 in point averages by about 6 points per game. So truly outstanding athleticism out of O'Brien. She gets the second one from the line. It's her 4th point. She's 4 points.
No, she had no.
3 ball on the way for Balassa. She misses. Kaiser winning that game on the boards. And Taylor O'Brien says no thank you to Nicole Kaiser. She's going to look to... They're going to call it on the floor there. against Dana Balassa. That's her second in a span of a few seconds. And it's going to be Plymouth Whitemarsh ball.
The foul's number 32, Dana Balassa, her second.
Dana Balassa, Coach Funston has all the trust in the world in her to not foul out of this game in the first half, but just like that, that's 3, and she's going to need to come out. Spoke too soon.
And yeah, here comes her sub. Funston not happy about that. One of the biggest parts in this team, even if she is only a freshman, she has a great presence on offense as well as defense. Now she's going to be out for a little while. Has 3 fouls already before the half, with over 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
And it's frustrating to play defense in that position. You're just a freshman going against a seasoned veteran in Taylor O'Brien, who's going to try to go to the rack, and Jackie Vargas-Bine says no. Defense has been a huge factor of the game tonight for Upper Dublin, as it always is.
Vargas already with 3 blocks in the game.
SQ could not handle that pass.
Miscommunication there on offense. Got to limit the turnovers. They want to compete with this Plymouth Whitemarsh team. They're too good to be turning it over every play. Still able to turn it into offense on the other end. Like they did right there.
O'Brien to the rack. Does a great job there. Looked to draw a foul, didn't, and puts PW back into the game. Score 15, excuse me. Three ball on the way for Kaiser, rims out.
Usually our bread and butter, this Upper Dublin 3-ball, has not been able to go down so far tonight.
That's great defense there by Maggie Waglos, not committing a foul. Keeping it clean. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Upper Dublin holding on to a 4-point lead. O'Brien with the inside dish to Kesselman. They're going to call a traveling violation on Sydney Kesselman, and Upper Dublin's going to take possession. Dan Doherty, one of the more animated coaches in all of Suburban 1, as he is up on the bench and having active conversations with the referee. But I guess that's to be expected out of a coach that really only 2 teams in the Suburban 1 American Conference are competitive, and it's PW and Upper Dublin. And when they play each other, the emotions come out of everybody.
You can see the energy coming from both benches, both coaches, both student sections. There's a call on the floor.
As SQ had a great pass to... Oh, and it looks like Taylor O'Brien is bleeding, and she's going to need to come out of the game. And they're forced to bring in a substitution, Haley Zigmund, in the game for Taylor O'Brien. She could be good, but definitely not as good as O'Brien.
No, but we'll see who the offense runs through now. Now that O'Brien's out, we're going to see who's going to run point, who's going to be the primary ball handler. Oh, a tough call there on the baseline. Looks like she was sliding horizontally, but I guess they're going to say she got a little body in there.
Fouls number 22, Cara Green for first.
Grebe commits a foul. Upper Dublin's got to be careful here with 14 fouls. Not even halfway through the second quarter yet. Great defense there by Cara Grebe. And it'll be interesting to see how fast PW can stop the bleeding, quite literally, of Taylor O'Brien for when she can come back into the game. Inbounds.
Yeah, that's an LOL.
Upper Dublin looking to trap. It looked like Megan Barbera got a piece of that pass. Trapping at the top. PW cheerleaders throwing out towels in the middle of the game. And that pass broken up. SQ keeps it in bounds. Like I said, no Taylor O'Brien as of right now for Plymouth Whitemarsh. And they're going to call a foul on, it looks like, Gia Schwitzer, and Taylor O'Brien coming back into the game.
Fouls number 10, Gia Schweitzer, her second.
Kaiser inbounds it to Weglos and then looks to get in the post. Grebe with the post move, turnaround jumper, no good.
Nice move. She's unable to get it to go off the side of the rim. Plymouth Whitemarsh able to come up with it. Oh, they're going to call a walk on the other end of the floor. It'll be going right back down to Upper Dublin.
Haley Zigmit came in for Taylor O'Brien, but stayed in when Taylor O'Brien came back. She committed a traveling violation there. Colonials with a full court press. And they find Grebe in the corner. Why not let it fly off the back of the rim?
Might not be the shot they wanted there on a fast break, able to break the press. Nonetheless, it was a great shot. She was wide open. Just unable to come up with that one. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Allie Diamond.
Allie Diamond finds a diamond in the rough as that one falls for her from three-point range. Definitely not her forte, but gets that one to go. And Cara Grebe has an answer with the layup off the glass. Contested 19-14 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Good find down low. Able to come up after missing a little drive before. Able to get that one where she should be down low. She can shoot the three. With a team like this, a height differential, you want the big guys down low. We would grab the rebounds and go straight up like that one, like she just did.
And Vargas is going to come in for Kaiser. O'Brien is set to inbound. Plymouth Whitemarsh still trails by 5. 3 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Upper Dublin has been locking down and denying Taylor O'Brien from scoring anything significant as Maggie Weglos just steals that ball right out of the hands of Plymouth Whitemarsh. Vargas binds to the rack, no good, and Cara Grebe fails to get the rebound.
Good steal by Weglos, unable to come up with some points on the offensive end. But it was able to stop Plymouth Whitemarsh from scoring on a drive, which is what they need. Only with a 5-point lead here for Upper Dublin.
And that is blocked by Cara Grebe. And another block by Jackie Vargas. And they call the tip for there, and Taylor O'Brien saves the possession. Plymouth Whitemarsh, just like that, Dan Doherty decides to call a timeout, and we're going to call a timeout and step aside. Stick around, we'll be right back for more. Welcome back into Lady Cardinal basketball here on UDTV. 2 minutes to go in the first half of play. Upper Dublin leading by 5.
Great defense so far here by Upper Dublin. Already holding PW to 14 points here in the first half. In that last possession, they had 2 blocks, and Vargas already has 4 blocks. And it's a little cold for a block player, don't you think, Merms?
Yeah. As Taylor O'Brien took a 3 there, unsuccessful. Colonials falling into man defense. Vargas finds Grebe on the wing, but they're just going to bring it back out to the top. Minute and a half to play here in the first half. Keep saying that, but there's nothing else to talk about. Very low-scoring game today.
It was a defensive battle here.
Upper Dublin holding for one good shot here. I'm not saying they're holding for the rest of the quarter, but definitely not going to waste a shot on a great possession like this.
And they're great at that. They're a great, fundamentally sound team. Don't take stupid shots. They wait till they find a great opening.
They looked a lot of contact there. Megan Barbera took the mid-range jumper. And Coach Funson wants to bring in Jess Poland for Megan Barbera. We're under a minute to play here in the first half. Grebe, why not let it fly from range? No good. Poland has to be very careful to not go over the back. neither team really in foul trouble. 4 fouls for both teams.
Only 8 combined fouls in one half. It's a great number. It just shows how good that these girls have been on defense, not picking up fouls, just sliding their feet, playing great and forcing turnovers like that one there.
Nicole Kaiser sliding her feet, and no physicality there for Nicole Kaiser, but Taylor O'Brien just wasn't thinking about the ball and let it go. And they're going to bring Dana Balasa back in, 33 seconds left. Great sharpshooter, and hopefully she doesn't commit any fouls. She already has 3 in the game.
Well, with 30 seconds left, we'll see if Plymouth Whitemarsh even gets the ball back after this possession. Looking for a good 3 from Balasa, maybe.
They're going to call a walking violation on Jackie Vargas Vines. And Coach Funston is going to take Dana Balasa right out of the game. No chance for her to get in foul trouble. We need her down the stretch. And 20 seconds left in the first.
Balasa came right back out after that offensive possession. They really have to keep her for later in the game in case this one becomes close, which it is right now. So if it stays this way, they're really going to need Balasa later in the game for her offense rather than lose her now for picking up some more fouls.
5 seconds, and Poland messes up that play, knocks it out. And Coach Funston's going to bring in Lindsay Schreiber off the bench, the senior, in for Jess Poland. Looks like just for the defensive possession. The inbounds pass, quick 3 off the top of the backboard. SQ rips it, and just like that, we're going to go into halftime. Upper Dublin holding on to a 5-point lead, 19-14 at Colonial Elementary School. Stick around, we'll be right back for the second half of play here on UDTV. Shut up. Welcome back into Lady Cardinal basketball here on UDTV. Upper Dublin holding on to a 5-point lead, 19-14 for the start of the second half. Charlie, what are your takeaways from the first quarter? First half, how do you think Upper Dublin's been defending mainly Taylor O'Brien?
Not even just Taylor O'Brien, but they've been playing a great defense all around, keeping this Plymouth Whitemarsh team, an explosive Plymouth Whitemarsh team, to just 14 points in the half, keeping O'Brien to only 8 after she had over 30 against us last time. 36 was it?
36 points.
36 points. So if they're able to keep her to 8 in one half, that's about 16. If you multiply that by 2, so.
3 ball on the way. Laura Fortescue knocks that down, cuts the deficit to 2 points for her team. Jess Poland looking to Dana Balasa, nearly loses that one out of bounds, but is able to keep it in and keep the possession alive.
Upper Dublin will reset up top. They've been doing a good job on offense so far, able to find their girls down low. They have to get their 3-point shot going, and nice drives like that. Nice little finger roll with the left hand off the left side of the basket.
Silky smooth on the finger roll for Jess Poland as she gets by Taylor O'Brien and takes it to the rack.
I'm unfazed by it.
Do you want to ride home? Yeah, do you want to go home with Courtney or me?
No.
Fortescue thought about another 3, but it's at the top of the key for O'Brien from way downtown. And she cannot connect on that one as Upper Dublin is running it on the offensive end. Kara Grebe, leading scorer in the first half for Upper Dublin with 6 points in a low-scoring affair. Last game in 3 ball for Kaiser, in and out. Weglos gets the board, and they call a jump ball there. Could have been a foul called against Anna McTammany, but benefit of the doubt for the referees. As I was saying, Plymouth Whitemarsh, last game, 57-55 the final. They needed 2 overtimes to do it, but 57-55 is a lot higher than 19-14.
Right, and that was a devastating loss for that Upper Dublin team. So you know they had a lot of practice for this one. Poland drills a 3 from the corner.
Jess Poland is a 3-point assassin.
That's
a three.
What a three! I don't have the film. Sorry.
You don't have the what?
I'm doing everything. 3 tweets a quarter. 15 tweets all game. That's enough.
Maggie Waglos looking to create some offense here.
Maybe 6.
The process beasting and feasting in the lane and did not want to get called for a foul there, pushing around for the ball.
Pass was a little too hard for Vargas Bynes, just over her head, unable to catch it, and then ran into a defender, making her a little less likely to catch that ball. Threw her off her game, and PW was able to come up with the steal.
Nicole Kaiser out, rebounding. Taylor O'Brien there is able to tip it to Dana Balassa. Interesting move by Coach Funston to have Dana Balassa on Taylor O'Brien, already in foul trouble with 3 in the first half, but she's a reliable defender. 3 ball on the way from Balassa, and it is long, rebounded by Weglos, who's going to look in the corner to Kaiser, and they're going to set it back up. Cross court to Balassa, thought about a shot. Upper Dublin's going to set up the offense just about halfway. Can you believe it already? Halfway through the third quarter, Upper Dublin holding on to a 7-point lead. Balassa for 3. Nothing but air.
Balassa's gone cold after drawing those 3 quick fouls. She was on the bench too long. Looks like he got to her, kind of cooled her down. Already 0 for 3 in the quarter on threes.
As Sarah Eskew comes into the game for her, Coach Funston's going to be very diligent on the way he uses Dana Balassa off the bench tonight, subbing her in on offensive possessions and trying his best to get her out on dead balls so she doesn't commit any more fouls.
This is a tough situation to be in with one of your best players, especially on offense, be in foul trouble. In a game like this, you really need all your players to contribute, especially one of your starters. So we'll see how Funston's able to deal with it and who he's able to put in and how they're able to produce on the floor.
Lauren Fortescue tries for the 3, can't get it to fall for the Lady Colonials.
You know what I'm done with you.
3 ball from way downtown for Weglos, no good. As Taylor O'Brien is going to take it the other way, and Poland interrupts the dribble there, and they get a steal on Taylor O'Brien, and a timeout called by Coach Funston, able to get a timeout before a travel was committed. 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout.
We're going to stay with you on this quick break. As you were saying, Upper Dublin's been able to lock down Taylor O'Brien greatly, and she just expects to do really well in every game, and tonight is really just not her night, not really able to create as much offense as she usually is.
But she's one of those players that just because she's cold in the beginning of the game doesn't mean she's cold for the rest of the game. She can come alive at any moment. She can really take over this game. Only a 7-point game, so we still have to watch out for her.
Coming out of the 30-second timeout here, Upper Dublin, I can't say it enough, Upper Dublin still leads by 7, 24-17. Upper Dublin leading with just under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Vargas out up top. Oh, she had her open down low, didn't see her.
Costly turnovers like that could be costly down the stretch.
What Upper Dublin's been good at tonight is they commit turnovers on the offensive end, but then they force turnovers right back the other way on the defensive end. So they've been keeping this game even, not letting these turnovers get to them.
Upper Dublin playing a box and one on Taylor O'Brien. SQ able to pull down the rebound for Upper Dublin. Getting on everyone's nerves. Gia Schwitzer trying to get in everyone's head, be really loud, and a reach-in foul there, nearly committed, and a trip from behind, and another reach by Taylor O'Brien, pulling what I like to call the celebrity card out, and that pass unsuccessful to Sarah Eskew. Coach Funson not happy about that possession.
Yeah, Wegelo's not happy either. She's frustrated with herself. She's frustrated at that play, that entire possession down low. They had a lot of chances, just weren't able to come up with a shot.
Almost looks like they're playing keep away from O'Brien. In the paint, denied by Cara Grebe, and they're going to call a foul. It was all ball, but Coach Funson not happy about that defensive effort. They need to stay straight up in such a close game like this. And it's going to send McTamney, the freshman, to the line. Starting center, standing at 5'10".
Number 32, Anna McTamney on the line for the Colonials.
They're going to stay with a taller lineup now. Jackie Vargas, Cara Grebe, and Nicole Kaiser all in at the same time. With Poland, who's not short either, and Barbera in there, presumably running the point.
Barbera stands at 5'6" as she is listed, and Dan Doherty notices that and puts in Sydney Kesselman for some added height as McTamney gets both from the line. And we are nearly under 1 minute, I thought. What is the foul? Allie Diamond called on the foul.
The foul's on number 13, Allie Diamond, her second.
Pass to the top of the key to Vargas.
So a couple steps before she dribbled. She saw the opening. Saw it a little too fast for her own mind. Just took a couple steps before she put the ball on the floor, resulting in a turnover, and it's going down to PW.
Megan Barbera looking to not end up on House of Highlights tomorrow on the wrong end, guarding Taylor O'Brien. Three ball on the way. Knocks it down to Sydney Kesselman. 50 seconds remain in the third quarter of play. Upper Dublin holding on to a 2-point lead down the stretch. Poland finds her way to the rack, can't connect on the layup, and that's going to look to be off of Plymouth Whitemarsh, but the refs thought otherwise. Maggie Weglos gets back in for Megan Barbera, the better of the two defenders for this last possession, if the ball is in the right hands for PW.
Just a tough angle for Poland on that shot. She drove baseline, but ended up staying baseline when she took that shot. It's a hard angle going straight against the backboard. She tried to use it and just hit it at the wrong spot, and it rolled around and out.
And PW is going to try to dribble it out, wait for the last shot. Always need to know where Taylor O'Brien is. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. 5, 4, stripped, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. We have 8 more minutes of basketball to play. Upper Dublin holding on to a 2-point lead this game. A little too close for comfort. Stick around. Be right back with the fourth quarter here on UDTV. back with the fourth quarter of play here from Colonial Elementary School in beautiful downtown Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. Upper Dublin holding on to a 2-point lead, 24-22 for the start of the fourth quarter.
And we have a close one, just like the first matchup of the season. We'll see if this one goes into double overtime as well, or if Upper Dublin's able to pull away with this lead.
Why would you even say that?
You know, you never know what's going to happen.
Upper Dublin has lost to Plymouth Whitemarsh. The last 3 meetings, the last 2 of them, needed double overtime to figure out a decision. As O'Brien tries to go Euro to the rack, can't. And they're going to call a foul on Nicole Kaiser on the loose ball there. But as I was saying, it's been tough for Upper Dublin in the past season and a half. 3 losses to their in-conference rivals. And this one, with a win tonight, they can all but secure co-conference champions with Plymouth Whitemarsh. But they need to win first, holding on to a 2-point lead. Taylor O'Brien cuts right through the zone and looks to get open for a shot. As Fortescue lets it fly from 3-point range, and Plymouth Whitemarsh takes their first lead in a while.
And this crowd just erupted after that 3. You could hear it echoing off the walls of this small gym. You could really oh my. Terrible no call there.
No foul called there on the drive by Kaiser. O'Brien in the lane, connects on that one. Coach Fudson's going to call a timeout. And just a 4-point swing like that completely changes the mood in this gym.
You can hear it in the stands with this first lead for PW of the game, 27-24. This place has just erupted. This place is on fire right now. This crowd is going insane. The energy in this building is through the roof. And we'll see how it's able to pump up this PW team or just fuel the fire in these Upper Dublin girls.
It's a full timeout. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back. 6:41 to play in the game.
We compete in the first tech challenge against other robots in a tournament fashion to complete certain objectives. This year's challenge is called Relic Recovery. It's all really cool and it gives us hands-on experience with building and programming robots for specific purposes.
It's a good experience for a lot of engineering people as well as computer science people. There's programming involved, electronics, and actual designing.
Robots, you know.
We're back with more basketball on UDTV. 6:41 to play in the fourth. Jess Poland running the offense here for Upper Dublin as PW takes their first lead of the game in a while by 3 points. Vargas looking to shorten the deficit, cannot connect, and they're going to say it's going to Plymouth Whitemarsh. No fouls called there, ruthless by these officials. And this game could get out of hand fast if Upper Dublin can't stir up any offense.
It's not like they're playing bad, they're just not getting their shots to go and they're creating turnovers on their offensive end. So they're going to need to get some big stops on defense and then turn it into points on the offensive side.
Upper Dublin just needs to play. Looks like you're not allowed to fight through a screen anymore in basketball as Nicole Kaiser tried to get through the screen, but foul called there. And it looks like we have a third team in the game tonight, the Zebras versus the Colonials and the Cardinals.
The Zebras making another appearance for this Upper Dublin team this year. It's been that case for a lot of games. There's really nothing you can do about it. It's all perspective, and what these refs see is what they see. There's nothing any of these people in this gym can do about it.
I hate to say it, but the Zebras have a pretty impeccable record throughout their career in the Suburban American League. Step pass is too hard for Fortescue. Upper Dublin's going to take the ball only down by 3, just under 6 to play. It looks like they're going to give a technical foul warning to Coach Dan Doherty. I'm not really sure what that's about, but said something to him. Team up. fans calling for a tee, but to no avail. Just going to give him a warning for now. They're going to call a foul on Nicole Kaiser. She is definitely in foul trouble. Needs to be very careful down the stretch.
I can't find the foul.
Just like that, it turns into an officiated game where it's going to matter the most down the stretch.
Whoever can limit their turnovers and limit their fouls will most likely be the one that comes up on top in this game.
Ball in the hands of Taylor O'Brien. Kicks it out to Fortescue for three. Knocks it down. 30 to 24. 6-point lead for the Lady Colonials. Huge momentum swing if it wasn't already swung. And Upper Dublin's going to need an answer and fast. That one is taken away by Anna McTamney. The lob not high enough for Jackie Vargas Bynes, right into the hands of the freshman center. And just like that, PW in no particular hurry. Dana Velasa able to draw a loose ball foul there, but neither team really in foul trouble. 4 fouls against Upper Dublin, 3 against PW, so it'll be a while until we're shooting here, but Gia Schwitzer commits her third of the game. Upper Dublin keeps possession. Taylor O'Brien playing defense on Jessica Poland.
This floor space is horrible. This is like my intramural team.
Inside to Vargas Bynes, who's going to put in work and gets it off the glass, absorbing contact.
And that's what they need to do, get it down low. Funston looking for a foul call on that one. But the more that they get it down there, the more calls that'll be called, and possibly more shots will be made by Vargas and or Kaiser.
Coach Funston needs to be careful about the technical foul. And they walk there, no call on Gia Schwitzer. As Balasa thought about trying to pick that one off. Did not want to get a foul committed. And, this game is getting sloppy, and this could get out of hand if the officiating doesn't step it up. Usually I'm not one to criticize the officials, but that could be the deciding factor of the game tonight.
Yeah, these fouls are really killing them right now. They're already at 5 with 3 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, these fouls are killing my vibe.
Inbounded to Allie Diamond, and ball is going to be back in the hands of Taylor O'Brien. Once again, no particular hurry for the Colonials. O'Brien's going to look to take it to the rack and not draw a foul. And take it right out of her hands. And no loose ball foul there. She is just flailing her hands everywhere. Poland pulls up for 3, rims out. And Kaiser's got to be careful not to draw her 4th foul. .2:38 to play in the game. And the ball in Taylor O'Brien's hands. 4 points separate the teams.
Good defense down there, able to recover from her missed assignment. She's able to get back quickly and deflect that one out of bounds, and we'll have a timeout called here.
And Dan Doherty needs a timeout. Full timeout. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. Stay glued to your computer screens. 2:23 to play in the game. Upper Dublin down by 4.
Come stop by our Allied Arts Wing at our high school to see what our lovely student artists have created. The work is very professional, and you will be amazed.
Back after that timeout called by Dan Doherty. He needed it for his team. Talk it over. And Taylor O'Brien set to inbound. Sensational guard. Played well all season. She is not playing to her prime tonight, but she's certainly playing a big role in the game. Upper Dublin looking to trap. Once the ball is in the hands of Taylor O'Brien, nothing really you can do. The feed inside, knocked away, and the ball is going to go to Upper Dublin.
We got one.
Dana Balasa in the game for SQ. Looks like those two are going to be going in and out for each other till the end of the game for offensive and defensive possessions for Upper Dublin as they roll the ball in. Jess Poland takes it, gives it to Nicole Kaiser to run the offense. Poland thought about a three, but Vargas Pines putting in work. No, can't get that one to fall. She's going to earn a trip to the line to shoot two.
Good decision there. Poland had the three, made the extra pass. Now we have a chance at the line for two more. Jackie Vargas teeing one up right now.
JVB misses the first. And Coach Funtz to bring in his rotation. SQ, Barbera, and Grebe all in for Balasa, Poland, and Nicole Kaiser, who is in foul trouble. 5 fouls against Upper Dublin, 4 for PW. Vargas Bynes makes the second from the free throw line. Cuts the deficit to 3 points. And a steal by Megan Barbera, who dumps it off to Maggie Weglos in a new possession for Upper Dublin. Inside, let Vargas go to work, and gets it to go on the turnaround off the glass. A minute 30 remaining in the game. Upper Dublin down by 1.
A beautiful play there, and Vargas might be the answer that Upper Dublin has been looking for.
And a lucky shot in for Lauren Protescu. She gets that one forced off the glass. SQ thought about a three. Vargas finds inside. No fouls called. And they're scrapping, and they're going to call a foul on Cara Grebe. And, they're going to call a timeout for Dan Doherty. 30-second timeout. Minute 3 seconds to play in the game. Upper Dublin down by 3. And they give Coach Funston a warning. Both benches have one warning. Next one resulting in a technical. Both coaches need to keep their cool in the next minute and 3 seconds so they don't hurt their teams.
With this officiating, you can't blame these coaches for getting on them. It's just some unbelievable calls that we're seeing here.
Quick 30-second timeout. Upper Dublin breaks it. And Coach Funston is, I don't know how many adjectives I can think of for mad, but
livid.
Furious. He is bubbling with anger.
Yeah.
He would erupt.
He has steam coming out of his ears right now.
Minute 3 to play here. Schwitzer set to inbound. Upper Dublin playing full court press. They get it into Diamond. Looks to break the press and gets it out to Fortescue. And it's going to be keep away game from here on out. Upper Dublin electing not to foul. And the ball is in Taylor O'Brien's hands. 46 seconds remain. O'Brien gets it inside and block. Megan Barbera with a clean block. They call a foul. That's going to send Anna McTammany to the line. And you're thinking, at the end of the day, win or lose, this game was really affected by the officiating.
It was. That one, it could have been a foul. She did come down swinging hard, but looked to have most of the ball on that one.
McTammany connects on the first.
She's not icing the game.
What do you want?
Yeah, we can't do anything about that. She's icing the game.
42 seconds remain in the game. The deficit to 4 points. She does not connect.
She does not have ice in her game.
And Vargas Bynes rips it, and they call a foul. Foul finally called against Sydney Kesselman, the junior, 6'1", and that will be the 5th team foul for Plymouth Whitemarsh. 2 more Upper Dublin shooting, 2 more for both teams in the shooting. And it is bounced in to Weglos, and they need to get the ball up the floor quick. Pulling into Vargas. Nearly swatted away by O'Brien. Vargas takes the game into her hands and gets that one off the rack. Coach Funston calls timeout immediately. Coach Funston calls a 30-second timeout. 26 seconds remain in the game. And Charlie, it's a real nail-biter.
Just the same way the first game was, these two teams. You know this is going to just add some fuel to the fire, this rivalry. Putting some gas in the flame. Just, these two teams are just playing phenomenal all year. And when they face up, you can just see why they've been dominating with all of their opponents this season.
As I mentioned, last season, the second of 2 meetings between the teams, Upper Dublin fell in double overtime by a score 35-30. The score now 33-31. Upper Dublin looking for a different result this time. Kara Grebe set to defend the inbounder, who is Gia Schwitzer. Maggie Weglos playing near Taylor O'Brien. Upper Dublin pressing. They're going to need to get, and the ball is in Taylor O'Brien's hands. They want to foul her now, and they get it committed on Allie Diamond. That's going to send her to the line. 15 seconds remain in the game. Upper Dublin down by 2, and she will go to the line to shoot. Why is she shooting? It's only 5 fouls.
That's the other.
Both, 7.
You're
right.
Number 13, Allie Diamond to the line.
Coach Funston calls timeout to ice Allie Diamond at the line. We're going to step aside one last time. 15 seconds left. Upper Dublin down by 2.
Oh boy, there are so many classes to choose from. I don't know which one to pick.
Do you want to know the best class to join this year?
Of course. I think I will join UDTV.
It's rolling. Upper Dublin breaks the timeout. 15 seconds remain in the contest. Upper Dublin still down by 2. Allie Diamond on the line to shoot 1-and-1. She misses the front end. Upper Dublin needs to get the rebound and call a quick timeout.
So he gets those 10,000 be a 1-on-1.
Allie Diamond to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Upper Dublin's going to try to get in her head. Allie Diamond, game on the line. And cannot connect on the first. And Vargas rips it down, gets it to Weglos, and they're not going to call timeout. Crowd on their feet. No fouls called there. Dana Velasa throws it away. And Upper Dublin needs to commit a foul here. And they let the clock run for like an hour and a half. 2 points separate the teams. 1.5 remaining in the game. Looking ugly down the stretch here.
Come on, Kurt!
Dirty calls timeout. Charlie, what does Upper Dublin need to do here down the stretch?
They just need to hope for a miss on one of these 2 free throws and grab the rebound, either call a timeout or just quickly advance the ball and get a 3 off. That was tough there. They had the chance that they needed. Just weren't able to.
We're back, minute and 5 seconds left. Hannah McTammany at the line with the game on the line. Upper Dublin down by 2 with a minute. I wish there was a minute left. 1.5 seconds remaining in the game. The freshman to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Game hangs in the balance. Upper Dublin needs to get a rebound and call a quick timeout.
Funston telling the refs that if they get this rebound, they want an immediate timeout. No pressure for this freshman.
She connects on the front end of the 1-and-1.
Oh my God! She's ice water.
Upper Dublin down by 3. Still a second and a half. McTammany to make this a 2-possession game. Just about seal it. Connects on the second. 1.5 seconds remain in the ball game. Coach Funston just calls a timeout. 4 seconds. They need to get a 3-up, draw a foul, and hopefully make some magic happen. Speechless down the stretch.
You said speechless. I have no words. They had this game, turnovers, foul calls, and just costly possessions on both ends of the floor. There's still some time left, 1.5 seconds remaining. It's a 4-point game. Never say never, but I don't know, this game, that foul shot might have been the nail in the coffin for this one.
Looks like Plymouth Whitemarsh is going to play sticks defense, as they would call it in football, and they're going to play 1 man on the ball. Poland's the only open, and Vargas observes contact, and that's going to do it. And barring any unforeseen events, the Lady Colonials will take the conference title for the 2nd consecutive year in Dan Doherty's 6-year tenure here with the Lady Colonial basketball program. Disappointing outcome in a great game for the Lady Cardinals.
Definitely not how they wanted this game to end. They looked good coming out. First half was theirs. And then just some sloppy play, sloppy calls by the refs in the second half, resulting in a loss for this team. Second loss of the season to Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Just Morgan Funston's 6th in-conference loss in the 6 years he has been here. And as I said, Dan Doherty wins his 2nd conference championship in as many years. On behalf of Ross Newman, Charlie Hugg, and Josh Courtney, my name is Brian Mermelstein, saying good night from Colonial Elementary School.
Let that get in your belly and piss you off a little bit. All right, come back and work hard on Monday. Down me on 3. 1, 2, 3. If a bitch get a bad from it, then I never call her. Now she tripping, going crazy, nigga, tell her let her bubble. OG see me coming through and they say that